Hi guys, and welcome back to the Get Growth channel. Also a shout out to all our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm Alexandra, I'm one of the Squirrelians, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because we post each week videos in which we show you tools that will help you become a better marketer in 2018 and also show you how you can use Squirrely at its full potential. So, yeah, thank you for coming to the live event today. What we're going to talk about today is all about the new updates in the Squirrely plugin. Basically, the Squirrely 2018 briefcase, and of course, we're also going to discuss the advanced analytics. So, it's a lot of things that we have prepared for you, and I want to show you everything in detail today. But before we get into the topic, don't forget that during this live stream, there's a chat section that you can post questions and ideas that you have. I'll look over them at the end of the video and answer all your questions. So for anybody that's seeing this video later on, you can also leave your questions in the comment section below and we'll get to you as soon as possible and answer your questions. Okay, so as I was saying, today we're talking about Squirrely 2018 briefcase. And the main things that I want to focus on are first of all, why we decided to focus on these needs and this particular functionalities in this update. Also, to show you a little bit how the briefcase works, of course, and then start creating a focused keyword strategy for a new site. Then talk a little bit about the multiple keyword optimization. That's something that we've also discussed in previous videos here on the channel. And then walk you through updating an article for a second keyword that you'd like to optimize it for. Okay, and then I will talk a little bit about the business plan and show you how the advanced analytics works. So, if you've been following us on Twitter, you probably have seen the latest things that Florine posted about the Squirrely Briefcase now in January. And you've seen that we've used a lot of this image with the elephant. So the main things that we wanted to work on this part and this big update that we had for the Squirrely tool, the SEO tool, we're all focused on the bigger picture that we want to do with Squirrely. So when we started this company, when Florine and Colleen were thinking first of Squirrely, they wanted to basically create a marketing assistant. So a tool that would help you in defining your strategy and help you in all the tasks that you have to basically tackle to have a great strategy, marketing strategy online. And we've done that. We've taken the first step last year with the Squirrely Steve version that I know that a lot of people appreciated. And we gave you basically a lot of tools. We made it let's say different. While thinking differently, we created that tool and we brought you a lot of new features that basically helped you in getting a more control over your strategy. But although there were a lot of features, we felt that they weren't integrated within one another well enough. That's why we thought of the briefcase feature that we've silently launched in December because we had a lot to learn from Squirrely Steve. We've launched it with the video here on YouTube as well, and after that there were a lot of small glitches that weren't finished at that point, and that's why we did a silent update in December for the Squirrely Briefcase in order to tell you today that you can use it at its full potential with less problems that you could ever have. Okay, and those were the main things that we wanted to focus on. So the briefcase is a way to basically connect your whole strategy and all the features that you have. So that means from the keyword research to actually optimizing your articles, and then going further to analyzing your strategy and knowing how well the pages within your site are ranking. But you'll get to know that a little bit better as I'm going through the presentation and the walkthroughs of the plugin. Another aspect that I want to talk about here is the elephant in the room that you can see here in the video as well. Um, we've chosen this symbol for the Squirrly Briefcase launch because the elephant has an amazing memory, and that's basically what the briefcase also offers you for your keyword strategy within your site, because it keeps in using it, you'll always know the right keywords that your strategy should focus on, and you will basically be able to never create pieces of content within your site that don't focus on the core keywords that you've already defined. And that just basically gives you a solid core for your marketing strategy and eliminating a lot of the marketing problems that you might have. Okay, so if you want to have access to the Squirrely Briefcase, you can do that after you've seen this video. Just go to your WordPress dashboard if you have a site and update to the latest version. Or if you don't have a WordPress site, you can also see the briefcase feature in our Squirrely Cloud. You can learn more about that from our product hunt launch. You'll find a link in the description below if you'd like to see that and see how you can use it for your own site, even if it's not on WordPress. That's a big thing to know about Squirrely now. Okay, so those were the reasons and the updates and how you can get access basically to Briefcase as soon as possible. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is basically to show you how Briefcase works. And for that, I just have it here opened in a WordPress dashboard, but you can have access to the same thing as I was saying in the Squirrely Cloud. For even the keyword research, you'll find it there. Okay, so you've seen the keyword research. If you're a Squirrely user, you know what this is about. I'm not going to get into great detail about it, but I just want to show you the added features, because I was saying that Briefcase basically connects every feature that you have within Squirrely and also connects your marketing strategy from the start of research to the whole process. And I'm just going to search here for one keyword, let's say find marketing problems, and we're gonna do a fast research. So yeah, so I've done this before. It just shows you one result right now because there are no similar long tail keywords, but as you can see, it's a really good keyword. It has SEO. The SEO search volume for this month is really big, so it's 6,368. The competition is not that hard to rank, and the trend is steady. So I'm going to add this keyword to Briefcase so I don't forget about it and that I use it in the strategy that I have for the site. So I'm just going to click here on add to Briefcase, and it says that it's saved. Okay, and now we're just going to go to the Briefcase tab just to show you a little bit more. So you see, so expectation marketing is one of the keywords that I've added into the Briefcase feature. And you can always add new keywords from here as well. And you can see that for the keywords that I've already done the keyword research, I can already see the values here. So I can see that's easy to rank, very few for search volume, a steady trend, and a lot of other information. For the ones that I haven't done the keyword research for, I can do it now, and I can do research just from here, and it's going to show me all the information in just a minute, just to see. Okay, so it's difficult to rank for history of SEO. There are very few specific searches for this, and very few discussions, so on social media and forums. And the trend is going down, so that's probably one page that I'm not going to focus in the future for my strategy. Another good thing that you could also do in the Briefcase is basically here you see that it's used. So this means that there are 4 pages within my site that are optimized already with Squirrely for this keyword. And you can see that by clicking here, okay? And I can see each article that you can find on the site. So it's the lessons, you can find them here. I also can see if they're ranked. For in this case, they're not ranked. And how well they've been optimized for this specific keyword. So 92%, 69. Okay, and if I ever want to, like, I know that something has changed. So, for example, I've re-optimized this articles, but I don't see that here. You can always click update, and it will update the information for that article. It will search for it again as far as optimization, and also if there's any ranking for that specific page. At the same time, if you'd like to edit the article and make sure it's 100 optimized for this keyword, you can always click edit, and it's going to open. I'm just going to do that here. It's going to open the article basically in the WordPress dashboard with the live assistant, and you can start re-optimizing your keyword for that specific. So it's just the article here as you can see it. Okay, now let's just go back to the briefcase tab. Okay. Again, if you want to use this keyword, this will take you to a new article that you can basically use in your within your site, and just start creating a new article that will be targeted for this keyword. So you'll have the expectation marketing already added in the live assistant as a keyword. About the data, so I presented you the data a little bit. I wanted to mention just one thing, that here you see that it's US because the information that you have, it's for basically google.com. But you can personalize that. You can choose from the settings within the plugin to change that and to basically see these results for your keyword research for the specific region, country basically, that you are targeting, if it's a different one. Okay, so basically from here you can take really great decisions and just act on them, because you know the keywords that you've already chosen for your strategy, for your marketing strategy, and then you already know how many pieces of content you've created, also how well they're optimized for. You can see that a few of them that I've added here, just as like the one, the find marketing problems, that I've added just a few minutes ago when I showed you that. There's no pieces for that, not one article that's optimized for that. So you can start doing that. You can see use keywords and start creating pieces that are optimized on that strategy. Also, you can see if there are too many pages that are optimized for that particular keyword, and basically change that. Okay, so just to do a short recap, I'm just going to come here and tell you in short the basic things that you should know about the briefcase feature, so that it helps you basically focus on your strategy, as I was saying, because with the new briefcase features, you know the right keywords across your website, and it is much easier to optimize only for those. In many cases, we start with a strategy, we have some core keywords, and then we start creating pieces that are not necessarily optimized for those particular keywords. We're creative people. We come up with ideas, we brainstorm ideas, and many of them can be really great ideas, but they don't focus on the same strategy as we do. And now you basically have this within your site. You don't have to go to a different tab or anything like that to search for the information to make sure you're focusing on the right keywords. The second one, as I was saying, the elephant is a symbol of this update, because you have basically the memory of your keywords, and you have all the resources exactly where you need them in your site. So while you're working on your strategy within your site, you have access to them. And the last thing that I haven't really talked about in the walkthrough is the great collaboration feature, because the whole team, so everybody that has an account within your WordPress site, has access to this information, to the briefcase, not just the admin. And that means that people can see the keywords that you are basically having for your keyword strategy, for your marketing strategy, and they know the new content that they create, what it should be focused on from the perspective of SEO. So that means that more people in your team will be able to work on your SEO strategy together, not just have that one person that makes sure that these are the keywords and then checks that that's what you're optimized for. The whole process is easier, is hassle, it involves no hassles to actually make sure that the content that you create is on the strategy from day one. Okay, now the next thing that I want to talk about is the multiple keyword optimization. So this is the feature that I've talked about also in a previous video, and it's something that I know that many of the already Squirrly users have asked us in the past. We've been reluctant to add this feature in the past because we felt that there were some steps before you got to multiple keyword optimization that you needed to know. So the Squirrly plugin is basically for non-experts. So even though you don't have an expertise in SEO, you can make sure that you have control over the way that you rank on Google with our plugin, because we try to make the whole process easier for you. And optimizing one article or one page for multiple keywords can cause problems to your marketing strategy if it's not done right. So those were the basic reasons why we felt that we needed first to show our user base how to properly do it for one keyword, and after that just add the second one. So that was the reason why we were reluctant in the past to add this. But with the new update, the Squirrly 2018 Briefcase, you also have this feature. And what that brings you is basically to have a targeted optimization, because rather than having a really long tail keyword and trying to make that happen, or actually sometimes not fully optimize the article for that keyword because it's a really long phrase, you could basically cut that into pieces and make sure that your article is optimized for each part of it. So just to give you a specific example, let's say that you're optimizing your site for top marketing problems in 2018 for hotels, okay? So hotel sites. It's a really long keyword. If you'd like to focus on this one, yeah, you'd get a very specific site, but creating the content and actually getting it to be fully optimized would be a hassle. So the best way that you can do it now with the multiple keywords is to basically take this long tail keyword and cut it into pieces. So the first part was top marketing problems, so you can optimize for that. Then go for marketing problems 2018 also. And the last one that was hotel sites. So basically you take these three and you optimize your article for each one of them, and that will basically get you to be more targeted. It's more targeted than just using the simple just hotel sites or just marketing problems. It's really specific. So you get to a better targeted audience and have a better targeted optimization. Okay, the second thing that's really important to know about is that this feature is available to all free users of Squirrly. So if you're a free user from Squirrly, you can use this right away. If you're not a free user of Squirrly, you can use the plugin now, and also this feature is available in the Squirrly Cloud. What that means is that you can basically take content and optimize it for multiple keywords, even if you're not using the WordPress content management system. So if you're using Shopify or Squarespace or Wix or any other platform, and you've heard about Squirrly and you'd like to use the feature of optimizing your content, and now even for multiple optimization features, you can do that in the Squirrly Cloud. So you can create an account just for the Squirrly Cloud and optimize your content there, and then move it to your site. So I think that this is a really powerful thing. And if you'd like to get access to the Squirrly Cloud, there is a link to our product hunt launch from today, and you can find there all the details about getting access to the Squirrly Cloud as well. Okay, I'm also going to show you a little bit in just a minute how this feature works in the Squirrly Cloud. Okay, and then the last thing that's really important from my perspective for optimizing an article for multiple keywords is the context and also the semantics of a specific word. So that makes it really easy for Google and other search engines to understand what your content is specifically about. What I'm talking about here is that there are, in some cases, words or keywords that you could target that could mean different things. So Google, in order to know whether to show that when somebody is searching for a topic, is to understand what you've actually written about. And if you're basically optimizing for multiple keywords, that means that taking the connection between the keywords makes it really easy for the search engine to know, okay, so this is about that topic, not about the other one. To give an example, I know that there was one in an article that I've read a few years ago, actually, about the Rat Club, I think. So I'm not, I don't know the exact Rat Squad. Anyhow, the article was giving the example as to the idea of the club where Frank Sinatra and other people were from that period were singing, and not to the rat, to the animal, or to the pest to refer it. So if you're using even that keyword and it could have double meaning, Google will know if you're thinking about pests in houses, or if you're thinking about musicians, based on the secondary keyword that you're using. So if you're using pest or Frank Sinatra, that's a totally different area you could go for. So yeah, so that is basically all about what I wanted to tell you about the multiple keyword optimization. So let's see how this actually looks. So right now I'm in the mysquirrely.co, so the Squirrly cloud, where you can have access even if you don't have a WordPress site. And I just copied an article here to have it, and just to show you that it's basically 100% optimized for expectation marketing, as you can see here. Okay, now I'm going to use the briefcase feature to basically add a secondary keyword, and then see how I can optimize this article for that second keyword. So we'll just say Squirrly Briefcase here, just click on this, and then I can search for different keywords that I already have here in the briefcase for this specific site that I've connected to the Squirrely Cloud, but I can also add new ones. So let's say that I'm going to do find marketing problems. Okay, so it's not going to find anything in the search. I can go to briefcase here, open link, and add it. Add new keyword. You can also do this, as I've shown you previously, from the keyword research. Problems. Okay, and I'm just gonna add this keyword. Yep, and now it's going to find it. Oh, sorry. Search for it again, and it finds it, and I'm gonna use keyword. Yeah, and now I can see here that for my first keyword, expectation marketing is 100 optimized this article, but for find marketing problems, it's not optimized. Okay, and then I'm just gonna start here and see what does it tell me. So I'm just gonna click on it, and then you can see that the keyword here in the live assistant in the inspiration box has changed. So I can see here all the elements that I'm not optimizing it for. Okay, so let's just start doing this. So I need to have it present in the URL. That's the first thing that is telling me. So I can edit here basically the URL. So it's lesson 5. Rather than having the benefits and mistakes, I'm gonna just write here find marketing problems of applying expectation marketing. Yep. And already the live assistant knows in real time that the keyword is present in the URL. Okay, then the next one is that the title is not Google friendly because it doesn't have this secondary keyword in it. So let's just say that I'm going to change this to that rather than having the benefits and mistakes, as I change the URL to find marketing problems of applying expectation marketing. And now the title is Google friendly, as I can see there, and also here. Now in the text, it says that I need to add 4 more keywords or remove basically the whole text because it's not optimized at all. Okay, so let's just see here. I think I should use it here in this first part. Common mistakes. Yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah, and you can also see here that the percent has already changed, and you can, if it doesn't change, if it doesn't update, you can also click here to refresh it basically. And then I'm just gonna close this, close the briefcase. Okay, so let's add it in the content. Piece. We will focus on we will find marketing problems that come from not properly applying the expectation marketing strategy. Okay, so as you can see, a lot of the things turn green here. So already it knows that I've used the keyword at least once in the text. It's not over optimized, it's human friendly. The keyword is using the title, of course, the title link was okay. The keyword is using the content, of course, okay. Piece. Yep. Okay, now let's see how we can use it further on. Let's say we're going to need to use it here. So they were trying to make everything happen at the same time. Find a problem. Okay, so I'm just going to write here. When we find marketing problems, this is one of the most common ones. Of course, I'm doing this as an example, so if the phrases that I add don't make best sense in the content, just keep in mind that this is an example and I'm trying to show you that. So yeah, so I've used that there, and I'm also going to bold this whole phrase so we can have the keyword bolded, and it told me that, so bold one of the keywords. Okay, so you can see that it's bolded. I also have to use it in the headline. So let's see here, a headline. Long-term terms for your business results. So that's the good thing. And then there's a problem here. Journey. Oh, nope. Need one of the problems that are presented in the headline to add fine marketing. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to add a new one. I feel that there's not enough of them, so I'm just going to add one here, and it's going to be exactly the keyword. Find marketing problems. So yeah, it doesn't probably make sense here because then I'm talking about advantages, but at one point in the article I could add another headline that would have the keyword as I've shown you here. So yeah, so the headline is in use. I'm already to 84% for find marketing problems, 92 to expectation marketing. So that probably happened. I will have to look afterwards because I've changed something in writing it. But I can basically get to having both of the articles. Okay, so I see here the source of the image description, and I can add here find marketing problems. Yeah, so it's basically just like editing an article within your own site, but you do it here to optimize the everything. So it's used in the alternative text now there, and it's also fully optimized. So I have both of them in 92, and then I'd have to work a little bit to make sure that. So basically, I would need find marketing problems once again in the article to have it 100%, and probably expectation marketing again. I would have to switch to that and see. So it's not human friendly. So I would See, so I've added expectation marketing here in this phrase, so I'd have to change that. Applying this strategy. Okay, so basically now I'm just gonna save the post. Yeah, just gonna click Save Post, and now I have already an article in the Squirrly Cloud that is optimized for 2 keywords. So it's 100% about expectation marketing and find marketing problems since 92, and it wouldn't be hard to, let's make it 100. I feel like an overachiever today, so let's do that. They will find new agencies. I'm gonna see it, put it at the end. Okay, just here. Expectation marketing problems. And I'm just going to add one here to show how to find marketing problems. Okay? So, yeah, I think that find marketing problems. Yeah. Save post again. And I'm just going to check to see if needs another one. But so I was on the expectation one. No, it's 100% here, both of them. So I've optimized this piece for 2 keywords now, so it has better chances of ranking. But of course, if a page is going to rank on Google for 1 keyword, so if it says that it will rank for find marketing problems, it's possibly not going to rank at the same time as well for expectation marketing. But it can go either way. So I'm thinking within your site. So if you have multiple pages that are optimized for find marketing problems and more that are optimized for expectation marketing, usually Google will have one of them rank high for the keyword, and then the second one that is optimized for the same keyword will not rank as high. So that's something really normal because they're trying to showcase content from different sites. And that's something that we've learned through the data that we have from using the Squirrly plugin. Okay, so this was basically the walkthrough. I've showed you how to optimize in the Squirrly Cloud. An article for 2 keywords is 100% optimized for both of them. What I want to talk next is about the features in the business plan and why the business plan is really useful for a lot of you. Now, the features that I've presented so far, so basically the briefcase and the multiple optimization, they're available almost full-featured to free users as well. So you have the multiple optimization and you also have the briefcase where you can store your keywords. But if you're an agency that works for multiple sites, or if you're a company that has multiple sites, or a really well-developed marketing strategy, the business plan will make even more sense for you. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about why I consider the business plan will make a lot of sense for you. It's basically because in the business plan you won't have the performance analytics you have now in Squirrly, but you'll have the advanced one. So you basically track daily changes for what happens with your pages, and you will know exactly which pages are ranking and for what keywords. What's the big switch here? In the performance analytics that you have in the Pro account or in Squirrly, for example, we will search and find out if those keywords are ranking for the keyword that you've optimized it for, and that's great. You can know if it's ranking for that keyword. But what if that page is actually ranking for a different keyword? Well, that's something that you would never know from performance analytics, but it's something that is included in the feature from the business plan, the advanced analytics. We would, and I'll show you in a little bit how that works. We basically tell you if a page is ranking for a different keyword or if it's ranking for multiple keywords. You'll also know, as I was saying, daily changes, because you'll know if your ranking is changing. So if a page is going up or down, you will know that, and I will show you how that looks in the plugin. And this feature is available only for WordPress users, and it's basically an update to the Pro plan. So if you want to basically see how this works, you can start your free trial. So there's a 7-day free trial of the business plan that if you're a Squirrly user right now, so you're free or pro, you can basically access that. And you'd have access to all the features that are included in the business plan. There's no credit card details needed if you're a free user right now, or if you're starting to use Squirrly and want to see the business plan from as fast as you can. There's no credit card needed for that for the 7 days. And after the 7 days ended, you're going to go back to your Squirrly plan. So that means pro or free if that's what you're using already. So yeah, you can basically try it right now and see how that works. You can do that directly from your dashboard, but I'm going to show you a little bit more about it in the walkthrough. Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to say that I think that's really important in the business plan is the fact that you have your social media signals, optimization, and ranking information all in one place. And that means that it saves you time because you have all the information there, and you can basically use that from one place rather than having it from a lot of other places. It's also, this advanced analytics is integrated with the briefcase that I was talking about previously. So that means that you basically can don't have to put in all the manual work. So a lot of this kind of ranking software, they make you do a lot of work at first and then also throughout time, because you have to put all those keywords. In some cases, you don't even have to specify for what keywords do you want them to show you the ranking for, because they can't tell you that, okay, so your keyword is ranking for this. They usually just tell you something like, okay, so you want us to check if this page is ranking for this keyword or that keyword, if it has the keyword in it and if it's ranking there. And that means that you have to do a lot of manual work of knowing what are the keywords that this page could rank for. And sometimes you'd be surprised about actually where your page is ranking. And now you basically have full control with this feature of your strategy, and you can see how it works. Now, this business plan is available for 7 sites. Basically, so that's why I was saying that if you have multiple sites, this really makes a sense. You have a briefcase for each site in particular, and see the advanced analytics for each particular site. Yeah, and something else that I actually consider that this is really useful for, as I was saying for agencies before, is because you can show real proof of your work. So in some cases, you might be trying to optimize pages or within the campaigns that you're doing for your clients, and you see that you're not ranking higher for that specific keyword. But with Squirrly, with the business plan and the advanced analytics, you can show your clients that the work that you've put in actually made them rank higher in a lot of keywords with their site or with that specific page, even if it wasn't the main keyword that you were focusing on. Because if it's a really a high competition keyword, it might be really hard to do that, but you are bringing traffic and you're bringing them the rankings higher on other keywords with that specific page. So that's really great that you can use this information to basically validate the work that you're doing. Okay, so now I'm just gonna show you a little bit how the advanced analytic goes. So I have here a site. I've just started the advanced analytics and the business plan trial. So basically I have nothing here. So I've just updated the plugin just before the video, and I have no keywords here, no informations. And I'm just going to click here and see all keywords. Now I've been using Squirrly on this site for some time, and because I've used it and I've optimized the articles for specific keywords, it already knows the keywords that it can search for, so it has them here, see? So these are just like keywords that I've used to optimize the articles within the site. And that's really great because you don't have to put in the work. You don't have to take all the keywords out of your site and then upload them to the different tool that you're using, for example, for knowing your ranking. And also, at the same time, you can actually know how many pages you have for each keyword. Again, that's really useful. This is the way that it's integrated with the briefcase, because it can basically take information from what you've already done without you have to put in the manual work, and it saves you time because of that. Yeah, and if you'd like you see there are a lot of keywords here that I've used the site for, and I can choose that some of them, maybe they're not as important for me. So let's say that startup tool list, this is not really important for the strategy, so I'm just going to click this here, and that means I'm not going to check the rank for it. So it doesn't make sense for me. And again, I'm specifying all of these for my whole site. I don't have to say just, that I need for this specific page if I'm ranking for this. And then I can also add a new one, just as I showed you, a new keyword as I showed you in the briefcase. What it's important to know here that you can even add a specific URL, and it will know that specific URL you would like to add it in the queue and see how it is ranking right now for that specific keywords and for others as well. Okay, now this is how it looks. And then we're just going to go to analytics. And basically, here's the update has been done. I have 15 keywords that I'm searching for, but there's no ranking right now on these pages. It's going to take a few things until I get the ranks. Now, I can click here, update ranks, to see if I don't get any fresh information, but apparently not. So yeah, it's just updated the one that I ignored. In case you... Okay, and you can also search for it. Now I'm going to show you a little bit how it looks on a site that I've already used it for some times, and it already took out some information, so basically how well the pages are ranking. And we have here, so we have a lot of keywords that we're thinking of. We have to ignore all of them to have a more specific strategy, but this is how it looks. So we have this homepage from the Squirrly.co site that's basically ranking position 1 for the Squirrly Hackathon keyword. So this is not something that we optimize for, but it has been one of the keywords that it is ranking for, because it's something that has been mentioned in the page, and probably it's mentioned a few times, and that makes it probably the only page on the internet that has Squirrely Hackathon used as. It's an event in the past that we've done. Okay, and I can see here basically that the ranking position, I can also edit or view that page, that specific URL. I can know where did it search for the ranking. So this particular page is ranking number 1 on google.com, as I can see here. So this is something that you can change. Again, as I was saying, if you are more interested on a specific region, a specific country, you can change this, and the information will be specific for that country. Because maybe your content is not in English, maybe let's say it's in Spanish, and then you're not interested on how well it's ranking on google.com. You're interested how well it's ranking in Argentina, for example, because that's where your user base is coming from. Okay, and then you also have here the percentage is optimized for. So yeah, so it's the homepage is 31 optimized for Squirrely Hackathon. It's also 31 optimized for SEO of Squirrely. Yeah, who was the author, and also how many shares it got. So you see here, so okay. So the total social shares of this particular page, and then if we go over it, we can see how many of them have been on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, Reddit, StumbleUpon. So basically for each social media network, we see the information. Then the author, and of course what type it is. So this is a page. These are posts. So you can see here that this article, "Why is Squirrely SEO better than WordPress SEO by Yoast?" It's ranking number 1 for Squirrely SEO versus Yoast, which that's really important because people can know what are the differences between our tool and a different one. Yeah, and you can see here different authors. So authors, Anna wrote one of these articles, and it's ranking #1. So that's also really great. It's 92% optimized, and it's a post. Okay, so you can see all this information. But more than that, if you'd like to focus, let's say you're new with the business plan, or more than that, you have a lot of pages within your site, new content. Yeah. And it takes sometimes even a few days, depending on the site, for Google to actually rank that particular page. So you don't want to see a lot of, just scroll down here and just see a lot of pages with no ranking, or we don't know exactly what ranking we have right now for that page. So what you can do is basically click here. So this tells you the average rank of the articles in the pages you have within your site that it's has searched them. Yeah. So basically it's 12. So that's the position, the average position. It's 12. You can also see here the evolution. So basically of this average. Yeah. Yep. So it goes like I know that you see here that's 13 and it goes down, but that's normal, because basically you're the 13 in the SERP, in the search engine response page. So you're not the 12 response, you're the 13. So that means that you're going down. But then there are also always changes. And if you click on this, it will show you here only the pages that are currently ranking. So you see here, yeah, you can see these. But more than that, you basically might be just interested in changes that happened within your positions. And you can see that here because you have like 30 pages that have changed their position, either up or down. And you can just click on that and we'll see that. So you can also see them while you're scrolling because they have like this elements here. So you know that we've gone with this page. So for the home page of our site has gone for our keyword, the Squirrly team, 6 positions up to the first position in google.com. Okay, that makes sense. You can also see that information here. So all of these that have green ones means that the position has went up, and it tells you how many positions, but also at the same time. So it's like it's the same URL. So it went up for Squirrely team, but then it went down for Squirrely Academy for positions. And again, that usually happens, especially if it's the same page as I was saying previously. So if you have one page and is already ranking for one keyword, it's probably going to be really hard to have that same page rank for a different keyword as the first one, as the first result in the page. And at the same time, if you already have a page within your site that is ranking for specific keywords, so let's say here Squirrely Hackathon is right now the first one, probably we will see here if we go down an article that is optimized for Squirrely Hackathon that went a few positions down because this other page within our site has went up. Okay. So that's how you can see everything. You have a few settings here. That's where you can basically choose the country that you'd like to rank for and see the results for. But this is the main feature of the business plan that gives you all this crucial information that you can use within your strategy and basically know how your site, your overall site is doing as ranking, and also know all the pages that have changed their position. And basically this is something, as I was saying, you're tracking it daily. Each day we're going to check pages from your site and see if they changed their position on Google. And I think that's really important. So yeah, great. And again, each time you're basically optimizing an article with Squirrely, you'll have that keyword that you're using, and we'll take that into consideration in the advanced analytics. Of course, if you like to ignore some of the keywords, you don't care if you're ranking for something that is not specific to your company or to your site. Like, for example, let's say that you have a portfolio, and you have their content that was made for other sites, or you're presenting their content, and it's probably optimized for something within their industry. Like, for example, your design company, and you have in your portfolio a design that you've done for, let's say, a beauty salon. Okay, so you've done design for a beauty salon site, and basically you don't want to know if your site is ranking for beauty salon as a keyword, because that doesn't really make sense. So you're going to take that out of ranking, but you're also going to take it out of events analytics, because that's not going to be relevant data for you. So okay, so I think that that's about it of what I wanted to show you as a walkthrough of what the advanced analytics feature within the business plan of Squirrly. So this is a business plan feature can do. Yeah. So thank you very much for staying with me for the whole presentation, and seeing every part of the Squirrly feature today. Thank you for seeing all the presentation here. Don't forget to subscribe to our Twitter. People that are our followers on Twitter know that they've known about the briefcase for a little while, because they were the first ones to find out about it. If you like the plugin and the Squirrely Cloud, or would like to get access to this, don't forget that there's a link to our product hunt launch for today, and you can go see that there and get more details about the product. And also, if you really, really like it and enjoy it, if you're already a Squirrely user, make sure that you show your love by upvoting us on Product Hunt. It's really easy to create an account. It's really easy to show your love there. If you would like to post us any kind of questions or reviews there, we're really happy to answer. I'm actually going to put this video in one of the comments there, so everybody gets access to it. Yeah, and of course, there's the Get Growth Instagram account, where you can also follow us, and you'll see more quotes from marketing experts and people behind the tools that we present here on the channel. And of course, the squirrely.co blog, where you can find resources to become a better marketer. Thank you for spending this hour with me today, and to see all the new Squirrely features. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.